Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. I'm using the Lightseeds Way for our reading today. I'll choose 3 cards, read the base of the pack, and I'll also choose one from Anna Stark's Sacred Light as well. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. So there we have one, the Temperance, the Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, and at the base of the pack we have the Empress, the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Sun, the Hanged Man. Well, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Okay, wow, what powerful energies today. And we are on the eve of the full moon. In the UK it occurs at 2:35 on the 31st. So we are on the eve. This is the healing moon, so this is a beautiful opportunity to do our writing and burning, to do our ritual baths, to really take time in silence, to really go within and feel what's going on inside us. Allow it to arise. We have the Temperance, and you can see there he's balancing the sun and the moon. So we have the moon in Pisces, this beautiful full moon, super blue moon in Pisces, and the sun in Virgo. So Pisces is the healer, the spiritual healer, and Virgo is the nurse, both coming together, bringing that balance, that alchemization. Water, which is Pisces, the element of water, and Virgo is earth, and earth and water blend beautifully together when they're in balance. Too much water can wash the earth away, too much earth can really soak up all the water. But when they're in balance, there's a soil. It creates a soil for our seeds to grow. And so this is what we're doing. We're bringing this balance so that we are alchemizing any emotions that may be coming up, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's one of completion, one of endings. So we are wrapping up now, closing off, letting go of these old cycles that have been playing out in our lives. And I really feel that this will carry on until the new moon in Virgo. So we're starting this process now of alchemizing, ready to start our new beginning in the new moon in Virgo. So this is a time of alchemizing, and the full moon is when the sun and the moon are opposite each other. The sun is illuminating the moon, and she is shining bright, and she starts to let go and shower us with the blessings of whatever sign she is in, and she is in Pisces. So we're receiving those downloads, those spiritual downloads, psychic downloads, all coming in from the higher consciousness. Saturn, also a earth sign, is in conjunction with the moon. So Saturn is the father, it's the time, practical, and is conjuncting with the moon. And I just feel that Saturn is really communicating those intuitive messages to us in a way that we can understand them. That those intuitive messages that Saturn is picking up, and we're receiving those downloads. So this is a wonderful time, and the more we do our inner cleansings, the more we can take in. And the water sign Pisces is the cup, the chalice, filling our chalice up with divine source energy, with divine intelligence, with divine love. Virgo, I see Virgo as anchoring this full moon in Pisces to earth. It's an earth sign, so it's anchoring this energy in and bringing this beautiful energy of Pisces into earth, into our reality. So the temperance is the alchemization and the balancing of the divine masculine, the sun, the divine feminine, the moon, bringing two into alignment so that we can create divine creations. Then we have the Empress, which is Venus still in retrograde. The Empress is all the queens in their virtues. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, all in perfect balance, bringing in that fertility, birthing our new reality. So as we are letting go and spending time on doing this, and tomorrow spending as much time as we can away from our devices, going into that stillness within, allowing whatever is being drawn out of us, being brought up into our awareness in it, maybe within our bodies, within our emotions, knowing that if our body is feeling tight and we're aching, we've got trapped emotion there, and just to allow ourselves to feel it and not go into fear over it, to feel it. And as we release it, I always see these blocked emotions, because we get frozen in time sometimes when we go through challenges and we just freeze, and so that stays in our body. And when we start to release it, we release it through tears, and I see that as melting away these blocks. So whatever may come to the surface, allow it to come and allow it to flow. This is a wonderful time of flow, of allowing these emotions and feelings to just work through our bodies. Then we have the Hierophant, which is the card of Taurus, this earthly element again. The Hierophant is our personal connection to God and the angels, to our higher self. And you can see there, as he has that connection, he is filled with joy. As we let go of this rigidness within us, as we actually sink into it and allow ourselves to feel it and allow it to come to the surface, as we release it, then we fill with joy. So this is a wonderful time of the temperance, alchemizing, bringing in that higher consciousness, cleansing the subconscious, those old subconscious patterns that are just out of our sight, but then we start to project them out into our reality. So they're coming up for cleansing now. We are really being aware of how we're behaving, being aware of how we're seeing things and what we're saying during this time, because all the planets are in retrograde. So it is about, I'm seeing this perception, but it may be skew. I may be seeing it from a distortion within me, and if it is an unkind or a negative perception that we are being aware of, know that it is coming from something unhealed within us, and to go even deeper. So the Hierophant is that connection to higher power, listening to that, cleansing anything that's going on within us. The Ten of Swords, this is the end of a challenging time. So lots of things coming to an end, and you can see all those birds there flying away, all those thoughts that have been pecking at us, flying away now, letting them go, really surrendering them, getting to a point where I give up. And when we surrender, it's not throwing in the towel. It's not. It's a lot different when we surrender. I'm not thinking this any longer. I am not allowing this to cause so much pain inside me any longer. And as we surrender it to a higher consciousness, to a higher intelligence, we receive those beautiful downloads. And then the Two of Cups, love. As we are releasing, making space for new, higher dimension to come into this chalice of ours, this our inner being, filling our cup with divine love, with divine source energy, with divine intelligence. And this is two coming together. So as we do that, as we heal ourselves with self-love, we then draw love into our lives. If we are seeing something on the outside that is triggering us, go even deeper during this time. Go even deeper into that place of divine love. And as we find that place of divine love, it is far more powerful than anything else on earth. So we tap into that, and it draws love into our lives. Those two cups merging together in beautiful balance, as the earth and water coming in as beautiful balance, and creating a wonderful, wonderful reality. And then we have the sun in Virgo, which is bringing strength and is our who we are. It's what lights us up. Whatever the sun shines on brings life to. So we have the earth in the Virgo, the earth, Pisces water, the moon water, the sun shining down on this beautiful energy, allowing our seeds to grow now in that fertile soil, bringing life, bringing beautiful fertility, anything that the sun shines on. And this is a card, and with this card, Spirit are bringing through that there's positive outcomes coming in our lives. Wherever we may have seen some negative things going on, know that things are going to change, and there's positive outcomes coming into our lives. And then we have the Tower, a breaking away of everything. This is the card of Mars, and Mars is moving forward, helping us to feel that motivation, to bring that energy in, because it can be very tiring doing this energetic work. So rest when we need to, because energetically we're really working hard, but Mars is a planet connected to this card. Things falling away, sudden changes coming in, and how we're dealing with those changes, how we're going into old place of panic and fear, or are we knowing now that it's falling away, things are changing, bringing ourselves into that alignment, standing in that place of divine love. And as we do, everything that's not love falls away. So this is occurring, so don't get fearful. Allow, the outside world is very noisy, things going on in the outside world, and in the airspace with planes and things that are happening, they're taking our attention away from opening up and receiving these beautiful downloads. So whatever is occurring on the outside world, bring yourself away from that. Bring yourself into this place of knowing that everything is in divine order, and that we are in this space and this time to receive these wonderful upgrades and downloads from the higher consciousness, and allow everything else to fall away. And then we have the Eight of Cups, a walking away from everything that is, at one time we would have been overthinking about. We would be watching the news, we would be getting in on everything that's going on, and now we're walking away from all that, walking away from it, and knowing that once we have these mystical experiences, once we feel this divine love, we start to, it changes us inside. We see that there's something more in our lives than this material. And yes, it's nice to have divine abundance, but we see that our happiness, our well-being is far more important than stressing ourselves out. So we start to move away from all that, from all the drama, to a place of a new horizon. You can see that sun starting to arise, that sunrise, and she's moving towards it. And then the Hanged Man, which is connected to Neptune and Pisces, is the ruling planet of Pisces is Neptune, and Saturn and Pisces and Neptune are all there, bringing in this beautiful, beautiful download to be able to rest and receive it. And you can see there she's suspended, but she's still connecting. That golden light is still around her crown. So we're just being asked to wait, to absorb, to really look at every area of our lives, and where we may be going into that place of drama, where we are listening to what's going on that causes some kind of reaction within us, not a positive one. Coming back, and this is a card of the dreamer. It's Neptune, it's the water planet again, all this ocean of consciousness where we're just floating around in and taking in its wisdom. And then the Ace of Cups, opening up now, receiving this, opening up and allowing our chalice within us to overflow with love and our spiritual gifts and spiritual integrity and spiritual intelligence and divine love. So this is a beautiful time of really feeling our way through this, not knowing that at the moment, not taking on anything new, to really, Virgo, Mercury's in retrograde in Virgo, so again it's being mindful of not to take on anything new, to just take our time, to do our reflections, to go deeper within the nodes, the North Node in Aries, the South Node in Libra. Again, our relationships, what are they invoking within us? Where are we maybe feeling a lack of self-worth? Where are we feeling this energy could bring up some kind of regret? And it is to work on all that, work on those emotions, let them dissolve in the light, knowing that everything is as it's meant to be, and from everything in the past we've learned. So this evening, light a candle, spend some time in meditation, pray into that candle, and when we finish, blow the candle out and see our prayers being lifted up into heaven. So I'm setting the intention now for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, for anyone who views this video. And this card fell, or two cards fell out. Power of presence, bringing ourselves into this moment, not letting ourselves get lost and overanalyze anything. Keep ourselves in this moment, in silence, and sphere of light. This is what's coming through. And this is to use our crystals and and this energy is so spiritual and so psychic. Our psychic gifts of reading, and I remember a long time ago looking into my crystal ball and seeing a vision so clear of a house in front of a lake with a little island in it, and I kept saying to my husband, Paul, we're going to move to a house near a lake, and we had no intentions of moving at that time. And then things occurred in our lives. My father passed, so I wanted to move near Mum, and we started to look, and I went on a house moving site, and there was just the photograph of outside the house, and it was a lake with an island inside. And I said, that's it, that's what we've seen, that's what I've seen. So we came, and I put an offer in on the house before I'd even come inside. And that's the type of visions that we can be open to receiving now. So clear, so profound, that stayed with me. And we're here, living there. And so this time is being open and trusting those visions, that we are having these downloads and these visions that we're seeing. And this is the sphere of light, and that just reminded me there with the crystal ball of my vision that I had a long time ago. And I've had many visions, and once you have those visions, they stay with you. As a little girl, of seeing Merlin with all the symbols, that stayed with me, even though I didn't understand it at the time. It stayed with me, those symbols have stayed with me. So this is a time of those portals opening up, receiving all those visions that are relevant in our lives later on. I'm just going to the mystical healing as well for a card, asking for a card for the higher consciousness. There we go. And we are step into the unknown. Step into the unknown. We've never been here before. We're letting go of our past. We're letting go of those habitual behaviours, and feeling how it would be to be able to speak from our hearts without fear of being judged or burning bridges or whatever. Just being able to express ourselves from our heart space. not from any place of anger. And what does that look like? What does it look like to be our authentic selves without worrying what anybody else may be thinking about us? And this is stepping into the unknown, and we're all doing that. We're all stepping through this portal of this powerful, powerful full moon, being the healers, our own healer, using everything around us that we have attained on our healing journey to do that work within, stepping into the unknown. And this is 33, Christ, the Christed light, ascended masters, knowing that whatever we are stepping into, it may be the unknown, but we are well and truly divinely supported. So wonderful, wonderful messages of this, for this full moon. I'm sending so much love, making sure we drink lots of water, because it is a lot of water. We have the Pisces, and this is the fish that are swimming in opposite directions, and that's what we, to allow people there to be who they are, and to really take this time to find out who we are and feel those emotions, allow them to come, and drinking lots of water. And this would be a perfect time to spend in this full moon, visit some water. The cleansing of water is very beneficial during this full moon. So I'm sending so much love, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.